Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we discuss all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Hump Day. Hey y'all, we making it. We almost through this work week. It's Wednesday, y'all. December the 6th, 2023. So, I hope you had a good day. My day wasn't too bad. Got to spend some time with my grandbaby. Can never go that bad with, hanging out with her. How was GH for you guys today? Was it giving you any kind of feels, thrills, any kind of, that's what it gave me today. It was kind of more of a, filler story. I think this was a filler story day. I'm just going to say that. Let me know, guys, if you had any highlights in today's show. Please leave them in the comments. I love it when you guys comment. Let's see. So I want to say that just to start it off, that Port Charles was out hunting for trees today. Yeah, it was a bunch of tree hunting and the forest of fake trees. It was hilarious. It was hilarious because we got Trina and them walking through, touching the trees, like, ooh, it just smells like trees, and she's like, smells like Christmas. When she smells it, I think she was trying to be funny. Yeah, I caught that. It was cute. But anyway, the Ashfords are out looking for a tree. And we got Mr. Hat Daddy, Marshall, Curtis, and Trina. I'm guessing Portia's at the hospital making eyes with TJ. Being messy, I'm sorry. And Trina picks out a little small Charlie Brown tree. And Curtis and Marshall like, Trina's like, well, look, it's small, it's cute, it's perfect. It reminds me of when me and my mom were together, and we don't need a ladder to decorate it. Curtis is like, okay, baby, we ain't got to get this tree. We got a big old house with big old high ceilings. We can get the biggest tree you want, and we ain't got to worry about nobody kind of trying to decorate it because we got people for that too. We got ladders. Hey. And I like the fact that Trina was thinking about him, like we don't want to get, since you can't climb, you don't, it made sense, right? It made sense. But basically Trina gets a text and we know who she got the text from because she's like, oh, gotta go. After the tree whisper and, Marshall's still looking at trees and they kind of round themselves to one tree. Trina's like, yay, perfect, see you later. Because she's going to go do, what young women do, and that's going to be with her boo. And Marshall and Curtis have an interesting conversation. They talk about Christmas when Curtis was younger and how Aunt Stella and his mom always made it happen. And they always had all the best toys. And they even went without so that the boys could have a Christmas. And kind of touched my heart because I'm a single parent. My mom's a single parent. She raised me in a single parent home. And I do remember her going without to make sure that me and my siblings had a really good Christmas. And I even remember the same thing when Curtis asked his mom, are you happy on Christmas? Because she didn't get a lot. And she responds with, well, seeing you guys' faces and how happy you are is all the happiness I need. And it touched my soul, y'all, because that's the same thing that my mama said to me on Christmas. And that's the same thing that I said to my children on Christmas. So I guess that was a feel moment right there because I was like, oh, that reminds me when we were little. When I was looking at mama and she's just sitting there watching us open up all these presents. And I know my mom, it took her a lot to get all that. And I was just so grateful for everything she did because I know we didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? And then like with my own children, I mean, I provided, but it was a struggle. You feel me? I was a single mom. So, and there was times when I had to just make it happen for my kids for Christmas. And it was the blessing of seeing their happy faces and seeing their smiles and them opening up and looking at them like, oh, it's what I actually wanted. And yeah, it makes a parent happy to see their kids happy. You know what I'm saying? And so I felt that. So that was my feel moment. I have to take it back and say I didn't have any because that was definitely a feel moment for me. But wrapping that around, did y'all see how Marshall was like, oof, kick in the chest? Because it had to kick him in the chest because here's his son talking about how his mama and his auntie did everything and Marshall was out somewhere thinking he was, has, schizoid affective problems. I think it was schizophrenia. I can't remember. And he was purposely removing himself from his children's lives. And it kind of made me wonder why he didn't send money to his family. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure Aunt Stella and him knew he was alive and that he was just somewhere, with mental health. So why didn't he send money to his family? That I don't get. And maybe we'll talk about that in the next one. I don't know. But that was kind of off to me that, yeah, I knew, Marshall was gone, but he didn't pay child support. And before y'all get on my case, my daddy was dead, so he could not pay child support for me. My kid's father, he was worse off than me at that time. But he's there now. He's whatever. I'm not talking about personal life. But anyway, I was just like, well, dang, you didn't send them any money. No, Christmas, nothing. But anyway, we're going to move along. But I'm pretty sure that was a kick in the nutsack for Marshall, because he was like, ouch. My family had to struggle. Moving along, we at Laura Lou's office, and she's got Jordan. They meeting with Dante to discuss Austin's case. And Laura Lou is not too happy that the Port Charles police doesn't have any type of, nothing, no action on the murder, especially this being a Quartermain and coming from a high family. And, he was a doctor at General Hospital. And Dante's like, well, this is what it is. He wasn't killed in Port Charles. So basically, Pawtuck has the lead on the case, and they are graciously working with us. But we are still doing our own. We are still doing our own investigation, because he is from from General Hospital, from Port Charles. Which Jordan backs up. She's like, yeah, if that's out of our district, that's out of our reach, we can't do nothing about that. All we can do is work along with them and stay in good graces, because sometimes they won't work with you if you're not staying in good graces with each other. And Laura asks, are there any suspects? And Dante says, yeah, there's some suspects. They're one of them, your brother. And she's like, well, I know you ain't talking about Marty Mart. And she's like, no, I'm talking about your brother Cyrus. And shock. What are you shocked for, girl? You know that man ain't right. And Jordan's not surprised, of course, because she's like, I've seen him in action with my own eyes. I know what he's capable of. Him shooting and killing somebody is not a shock to me. And Dante tells them that there was a confidential informant, mainly Sonny. Sonny's a snitching guy. Sonny's snitching. I like gangster snitch. All gangster snitch, I guess, when they need the police, they gonna work with them. But anyway, we all know who his confident informant is, and he tells them about how Austin was visiting Cyrus at the pen. But when Dante went to go look for the evidence of Austin visiting him, there was none, because somebody wanted to wipe it all away. And that's when Jordan and Laura's like, oh, shit. Because Jordan knows. And that it was that warden. The warden, the one that they just sent off to Texas so that she can run her life. I mean, bring her butt back and put her in jail. And then Dante tells them that there's no records, and someone wanted the records to be clean. And Laura asks, okay, well, you know what, Dante? In your opinion, do you think Cyrus is killed Austin Gatlin? And Dante says, well, there's no actual evidence that we have that Cyrus. She says, but I want your opinion. Your opinion. And he says, yeah, in my opinion, he has motive. But like I said, Cyrus has an airtight alibi. He was at work. Jordan says, well, he could have hired somebody. And Dante's like, well, that's a lot of assumptions, because first of all, we would have to assume that he still has connections with people that he can hire. And I'm like, well, he definitely can. He owns he runs the damn police. I mean, he runs a lot. Okay, he was running the jail. I don't know now if that new warden thinks it might have changed, but he still got people in jail. He got people in the prison system. He got people everywhere. We don't know how deep Cyrus's hands reach. But Dante is like, we don't know if it was him or not. It could be some other players. Let me see, where did I leave off? And then he tells him about how Austin was going to actually give up who he was working for the day, that he went pow. And Laura wants to be left in the loop, Because if it is her brother out here murdering people and unaliving him, then he is never, ever, 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 ever going to see the light of day again. Okay, Lower Lou. I mean, I felt that. I felt that, Lower Lou. Go ahead on. And then we get on over to the deception office, and we got Maxie talking love and relationships to Cody and Sasha. Well, not relationships, but deception is selling love. And little James, poor guy, has a 24-hour flu, and he's got his grandma Lisa looking after him, and she's there. But you know, Maxie, Felicia's telling Maxie what's going on because Maxie wasn't answering her phone because Maxie was busy doing deception stuff. But like Felicia said, James is okay, and Grandma Lisa's there, and she's got them all rested and taken care of. But Maxie does. I keep saying Felicia. Maxie does decide to go home and take care of her son, which is understandable. And she entrusts Cody and Sasha to do the phone video with Pabella because Pabella is big time. Maxie's been working with these people for forever, and she's a little nervous about leaving it to Cody and Sasha, but she's like, y'all got it. And they're like, we got this. And Felicia did take note of Cody being extra like, what's going on with him? Is he okay? Is he all right? She's just like, And Maxie talks about the desert shoot that they have coming up that's going to end the mountain, Maminate. You know what I'm saying, guys. I can't say the word. Valley, where the westerns were filmed. And Cody's super excited about that. And like I said, she's saying, we're selling love. So it's going to be, they're building up their love story. You're kind of pushing them together. Moving along to Adam and Joss. Basically, Adam gets a 90. I'm so tired of hearing this. Guys, am I wrong? I'm so tired of hearing about this boy whining about his damn grades. I'm so tired of hearing about it. I don't care, Adam. Nobody cares, Adam. You know why nobody cares? Because you are a new character. If you were a long-term character, we'd all be like, oh my God, the pressure. Why are they hammering on this poor boy? But guys, is it me or is it just me? Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I'm tired of hearing him whine. I'm tired of hearing him whine about his 97. And then he throws a shade on Joss because she got a 90. Oh, I'm sorry. You'll do better. I'm like, bum. Whatever. At least she's not out in the room popping pills and studying. But basically, he goes in there and he's like, oh, I can't look at my scores. Joss, can you look for me? And she looks, it's a 97. He's like, oh, and he calls his dad and he tells his dad. His dad said, makeup test. He says, yeah, Joss, I had to take a friend to the ED. So he lies and he says, yeah, whatever. And he hangs up and Joss is like, excuse me, why are you lying on me? Why are you lying on me though? He says, well, my dad would have got mad because I took a friend. I left a test to take a friend to the hospital. And she's like, well, that's callous. I didn't do it because it looked good. I did it because you needed help. I was there because you needed help. You don't lie on me, though, bro. Don't ever lie on me. And you don't owe. And he's like, well, I'm sorry. I owe you. She's like, you don't owe me nothing. Just don't be lying on me. What does this end with? Ended with him going to his class, to his room to pop pills and study. And Joss looks at her book like, reads a little bit, closes it, put her earbuds on, and she's listening to music or watching videos. Who knows? But yeah, basically Adam has a family that's insane, and they don't even care about friends. You do your test. Don't worry about nobody else. I don't care if somebody dies, even though you're going to be a doctor. Who cares? Who cares? No empathy. You just get the scores. And guys, I don't care. I don't have. Now, if something happens bad to Joss because of this crazy dude, I will care. Okay, I'll care then. But right now, I'm happy they're giving her a story, her own personal storyline. But I don't feel anything for Adam. Sorry, Adam. You're a good actor. Moving along to Jake and Liz looking for the fake trees the same time the Ashfords are. And Aiden's not there because he's doing his cookies for Valentine's Day and Christmas, the biggest, hottest days for selling. And Liz is like, well, he can't complain about a tree what we get. Jake's Jake, who's being total Jason's like, well, it's just a tree, Mom. Just let's just get one, okay? But then they're chatting, and he's paying attention to his mom, being Uber Jason. He's like, Mom, what's wrong? And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you are forcing the happiness a little too hard. And she tells him about what's going on with Finn. I like Jake. I do. They got a good Jake. And I like how he's studying up on his father, because he does act a little bit like Jason. I see the Jason in him. It's just how he just stands all aloofish. He just reminds me of Jason a lot. But anyway, and let me see, what was that? She tells him about what's going on with Finn and everything like that. And then they discuss Char, and I'm guessing, yes, they were dating. Just like Jason. Gotta have a crazy one. Liz was the crazy one. She was. Okay, I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, we're dating, but I haven't really heard from her, and she's not really texting anymore or anything like that. And Liz tells him, well, she's traumatized, and she's going through changes, and, she's going to have a long road to recovery. And Jake just sits and says, I hate guns. I just hate guns. I hate guns. I know that Anna did not do this on purpose, but I hate guns. And ever since this has happened, I've been looking at some gun violence groups, and I'm thinking about joining them. And Liz is happy that he's finding some solace in this situation. And she says, if you need any help, if you need help with any kind of organizations, let me know. So it was a cute story. It was a cute story. And honestly, that's kind of how a lot of the young adults feel about guns, is that they're tired of watching their friends being murdered at schools and streets. They're just tired of it, you know what I'm saying? And I can't get mad at them about that, but I don't know what it's gonna take for us to get anything going on. I am a gun owner. I'm ex-military. I grew up down south. We had a gun in every house. But I do know that times were a lot different. We didn't go hunting when we were younger with AR-15s. We went with shotguns and pellet guns, Well, for rabbits, for the pellets. But anyway, I don't really, I'm not going to get on that one too much. It was just nice to hear him speaking and have his own voice. Moving along, we're going to move on to Alexis and Martin. And they're grilling Finn, an uptight Finn, who's not liking this too much. No, he's not, because they're having to keep questioning, and he's getting irritated the more they question, because he doesn't understand that they don't want blah, 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 blah. They want a direct answer. Like when we ask you, can you state your name? You don't give us your full name. You just say yes. And then what is your full name for the record? And they will tell you, you have to give out your full name for the record. And you know what? They're playing it to the T, and I appreciate that, because I have been called to be a witness before, and it is serious. Like, you have to give the direct answer. You can't word it and blah, 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 because the prosecutor will eat you alive. They ask you the question, you answer the question. And sometimes you even have to sit there and ask them to repeat the question. And then you have to think about it, because you want to answer the question. Yes, no, this is where I was, this is where I wasn't. So that's going to take some time. But it was they ran him raggedy, and he wasn't happy about it at all. But they're getting him ready for Killer Miller, because Killer Miller coming heavy, honey. Heavy. So I was glad that that Martin pulled Alexis in to kind of grill Finn, and she'd be the attorney that's questioning him, because she's worked with Killer Miller, so she knows how Diane's going to come. Last story for today is Esme. She's finally gone. Guys, I'm sorry. I wanted to put my body in that screen and push her ass out the door. Just go. Can you please hurry the hell up? Walk out the door. Spencer had a very touching moment with his brother about how he's going to miss him and all that great stuff. And they even had a little him and Esme. She's like, because he was like, I can take you, I can drop you off, I can help you, let me help you. She's like, no, Spencer, I have to do this on my own. Now, guys, I'm calling BS on her, and I will always call BS on Esme, because we know Esme is a double face. And I see it. She's going to move into this apartment, and it's going to be all kind of crazy stuff, and she's going to have to keep calling Spencer to come over and save her. Oh, my God, what was I thinking? What was I doing? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Especially when she sees that Spencer's actually okay with things now. He's even agreeing with Esme that this was the right thing to do before little man got older. So, you know, he's letting go, right? He's going to let go. And, his, you know, of course, who did he text? His boo. Trina came over there to comfort her man and agree and cheer him on and comfort him because he's hurting. Because he does love his brother and he was there for him since he was born. And he did get to see all the beautiful things that children do. And, you know, hopefully in the long run, Spencer will be a better father than his dad. And I ain't going to be lying to you. Nicholas was not a terrible dad. I don't like how they're rewriting history on that. I mean, yes, Nicholas was horrible for allowing his son to think he was dead. That was pretty effed up. Agreed. But Nicholas was not like a deadbeat father, especially to Spencer. He loved that boy. But anyway, moving along, because I know, you know, GH is famous at rewriting history. I just wanted Esme to hurry up and go. That's all I can say. Bitch, can you listen? I'm sorry. I knew I was not trying to cuss. I'm trying to keep my cuss words to a minimum. But can you hurry up and leave? Ain't nobody falling for you. We'll see. We will see. We know. I'm sorry. I'm not falling for the juice. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. But that was basically that story. I feel like I left something out. If I did, let me know, guys. But I feel like I left something out. But anywho, if I didn't, that's a good thing. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out on the couch with me. I hope you have an amazing night. Sleep well. And we'll talk tomorrow. Have an amazing day, guys. Like and subscribe if you like the content. Please leave comments and leave suggestions. Tell me what I can do to make these videos better. Do I want them shorter? Am I leaving too much out? Am I putting too much in? I like feedback, guys. I'm okay with constructive criticism. I'm really okay. You have an amazing night though, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Smooches. Mwah.